This podcast is brought to you by the Mice Pod. Mice Pod. At micechat.com and micepod.com.
Hands up if you're starting to think about booking your next Orlando vacation. Lee, put yours down, we're already booked. If it's that time for you, why not pay Be Our Guest Destinations a visit? They're a Universal Parks and Resorts vacation specialist and an authorised Disney vacation planner. If you want something special, they also book all cruise lines. Staying on Disney property? Be Our Guest Destinations can arrange Universal Studio tickets that include shuttle service. You can't ask for more. So if you fancy letting someone else do all the planning free of charge while you kick back and relax, give them a call on 800 796 6240, email heather@destinationsinflorida.com or tweet at BeOurGuestDest. Give them a whirl. The only thing they won't do is your dirty laundry once you're back home. Disclaimer, Be Our Guest Destinations do not offer luggage packing, house sitting, plant watering, cat feeding, dog walking or granny sitting.
Greetings, Universal Orlando fans. It's time for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast with your hosts, Lee, Tracy, and Darren. So alert the Amity PD, call off the Marines, and away we go.
It's Friday, 1st of February, and it's time for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Thank you for joining us for episode 49, brought to you by micechat.com. I'm your hostess, Tracy, and with me this evening I have my lovely hubby Lee. Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And our equally lovely friend, Darren. Hello, Darren.
Hello, what's up, Internet?
Darren, I hear you're under the weather just like me.
Yeah, feeling a little sluggish today.
Yeah. We could do lots of sympathy coming our way, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is actually your first proper show of 2013.
It is, isn't it? I'm not doing very well so far with 2013.
No.
No, so I will apologise in advance if my voice goes off. It's not doing too well. Anyway, what's on the show? We have news, which includes Eric's What's Universal, and my interview with Jeff Heimbuch. So, shall we get started with an email, Lee?
Yes, we received an email. I'm going to have to say it because it was funny. The email came through in our spam folder and was from Susan Walker. Right, the email said, Susan Walker, "Hi, my name is David. I've just recently discovered your podcast. Being a lover of all things Orlando, I like to listen to other people's takes on the parks. And because it reminds me of being there, I like your guests, especially the behind-the-scenes discussions. I've been catching up on your archive, and you read an email from someone who went to Hart and Huntington Tattooist in City Walk. He said the prices were okay. I must disagree. They were way overpriced, and not too good. They rely on their name to overcharge. Most of the chain tattooists in Orlando are very good and very cheap, or pretty cheap, compared to the UK at least. I would recommend Atomic Ink in the Florida Mall. My son and me were tattooed there last year. The key is to shop around and not just go to the big names. Just some background on my family. Sorry, there's a separate bit. Just some background on my family. We went to Orlando 10 years ago for a one-off big holiday, and we've been every year since. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Sounds familiar.
My son is now 18 and still wants to come away with us. Okay.
That's fair.
Last year I had a convertible Mustang, my dream car.
Mm-hmm.
I love to drive in the US, as do we. We are hoping to get away for Halloween Horror Nights this year. We went on the 20th anniversary and it blew us away, so we'd love to get back. My favourite ride is Spider-Man, and you're going to love the new film, and watch out for Stan Lee. My least favourite, I'm afraid, is all of the Harry Potter land. I'm not a fan, and I think it takes up too much room. Plus, watching people walking around in long, heavy house robes in 100-degree heat astounds me. Anyway, sorry for the long email, just wanted to get in touch. It's a great podcast and I'll keep listening. David Walker. P.S. I miss Jaws and Back to the Future. Jaws was my favourite ride.
I like David Walker.
Thank you, David. We like getting emails.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I mean, the key. I've got 5 tattoos myself. The key to getting a tattoo is, first of all, don't get it on vacation if you can.
Yeah.
I think that's more for the locals. Especially in Florida, you do not want to get a sunburn on your brand new tattoo while you're going through the parks and have people rubbing up against it and that kind of thing. It just seems like a bad idea to me.
Yeah. It's
The
exactly why I'm not getting inked when I'm out there later this year.
Yeah, the scratchy hotel sheets and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the key thing is that you do your research beforehand. You look at all their artwork, their portfolio. They should have a big book with all their art in it and finished tattoos, and see if that's your style and if they can do what you want to do. So yeah, I mean, if you find out that they have a particularly good artist there and their style is the same as yours and that's what you like, then go for it.
Absolutely.
And as far as the price goes, I think Eric, we mentioned this email, and Eric made a good point that it's like buying Universal and Disney t-shirts. You can buy them at the discount outlets in the malls for way cheaper, so you're paying a premium to get them from Universal or Disney, which I suppose goes the same. And obviously you're paying for, who is it? I don't even know who he is.
Carey Hart.
Carey Hart.
Carey Hart?
Corey Hart?
Carey Hart.
Whatever. You're paying a premium to get it done where you're getting done, but each to their own. Everyone has their own opinion.
Well, that's it.
Definitely. Yeah, I've got an idea for my next one, and I don't want to give it away on the show and have somebody else get it before me. But I think the only appropriate place to get it would be at Universal Studios, so I might be making a visit.
If it's what I think it is, I agree.
Yeah.
And Tracy, for yours, to
And
be
mine
honest,
should
as well.
be at Universal. Maybe I need to just go out there for a few months, and then I'll be able to get inked out there.
There you go.
I would really, really like to have mine for the next trip, but
Well, no,
it's
I
not
hope
gonna
to
happen.
get mine
I
done
know,
for
you're
the
more
next trip, and
important.
even I'm kind of struggling.
tattoo virgin, we've got to get you sorted.
Well,
It's,
he's booked up till March, so
yeah.
as soon as...
Anyway.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was, I'm sure somebody will come back with they wouldn't touch Atomic Ink with a barge pole.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
It's horses for courses, isn't it? But
Yeah,
really, really thought-provoking email.
Yeah.
I like to get... We need
know.
more emails. We need to get... Actually, I'm going to say...
Especially
everyone,
thought-provoking ones.
if you want to get in touch with us, you can email us at podcast@uopodcast.com or head over to the forums at Mice Chat. With
Yeah, come and get
we're
involved
on
over there.
some discussions and stuff. Try and build up over there. Cool.
That'd be great.
Definitely.
Yeah, the comment about Harry Potter Land. I mean, I appreciate he's not a fan. And thinking about it from a non-fan viewpoint, that it does take up
I
a
can't
lot of space.
possibly think of it from a non-fan
I know
viewpoint.
you're looking at me as if I'm an alien.
Imagine how he's going to feel in a couple of years.
Yeah, when both parks have got tons of it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if you didn't like another area of adventure, Jurassic Park, shall we say?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't hang around too much in the cartoon area too much.
Exactly.
I don't hate it, but
It's not your thing.
there's little sections of the park that I don't like, and the footprint that it takes up is, I think, pretty comparable to the other lands, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. So if you're really not a fan of something, look at it from that point of view.
Not having been yet, God, I nearly called him Raymond there. Darren, is the Wizarding
Oh,
World
dear.
one of those places that's quite easily bypassed? I assume you don't have to go through it like all the rest. You can go around it.
No, yeah, they do have that walkway that they set up for the construction. That is, I
That's
believe,
still
still there. Yeah, so you can just walk around it if you'd
Right.
like. And I think they had to make a path around it just because of the congestion.
Yeah.
There.
So one of the, like all the rest of them, you've got to go through to
Yeah.
get elsewhere, haven't you? Really, whereas that one you don't.
Yeah, because
bring
they know
back
they don't need to
Skipper
force
Tours.
anybody.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some good discussion.
Yeah, good discussion. Thank you, David. Appreciate
Definitely.
that.
Yep.
Shall we get on with the news?
And now your news from around the Universal Orlando Resort with your UUOP news team.
I got the first one here. Universal Orlando has completed its concert lineup for its 2013 Mardi Gras festivities with the All-American Rejects, Dirty Little Secret, and Gives You Hell are a couple of their songs.
Yeah, I don't know them.
I know them. They're very popular here. So, and I've got Cool in the Gang from
Excellent. Still
from
on the
Days
go.
of the Funk. Yeah, Get Down on It and Ladies Night.
See, they never mentioned Jungle Boogie. You can't leave Jungle Boogie out.
Yeah, right. The All-American Rejects will be the final act for this year's Mardi Gras, and the complete concert lineup is as follows. February 9th, we have Lifehouse. On the 16th, we've got the Steve Miller
I'm
Band.
going to butt in quickly. Hopefully, Lifehouse, Darren, you will get to see. All
Yeah.
being well.
Yep, we got a media invite to go to Mardi Gras, so hopefully if I can make it up there, we'll be covering that for you.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, February 16th, we got the Steve Miller Band, which I'm pretty bummed I'm not able to see.
I will be
Remind
as
me
well.
again.
Oh, we have this conversation every
I
time.
know,
The
I keep
Joker.
getting right. It was a Joker. I wasn't sure. I get them mixed
I'll
up
hit
with.
him
There's another
later.
one that's like similar name.
February 17th, Boys Like Girls. Not too
Mm.
familiar. It's like one of those bands Hunter would like.
It does actually. That,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll agree with that.
February 23rd, Trey Songs.
I think he was on
So-
last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, R&B kind of guy. March 7th, Demi Lovato.
Isn't she a Disney one? She was she was very much connected to Disney, wasn't she?
On March 9th, we got Montgomery Gentry.
Obviously, Darren knows who he is.
Yeah, yeah, country.
Ah,
A little bit of country in there. On March 15th, we got Sean Kingston.
I remember him having a song out over here when he was about 15.
It's the only thing.
Something about girls or something, wasn't it?
Go, great. Well, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, he's had a couple other hits since then. And he had a pretty famous accident that happened to him here pretty recently. Crashed a jet ski and was in the hospital for quite a while. So good to see him back out and
yeah.
touring and everything. March 16th, we have Matchbox 20.
Excellent.
Still rocking since the 90s. March 22nd, we got Austin Mahoney. I'm not sure. Don't know that one.
No.
March 23rd, we have Philip Phillips.
Isn't he the one that's just won American Idol?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
How do you know that?
I don't know,
Have you
but
been secretly watching
Lee's got
it?
a dirty secret.
Yeah.
trust me, I don't even
Doesn't
watch.
keep it
I
up to
don't
his
even
bed.
watch our Idol, let alone American Idol. But it's just one of those things that I know. Yes, his parents, really, Philip Phillips. They were up all night thinking of his first name.
Yeah.
For all our English listeners, or anyone that knows anything about English football, or soccer as it is, they must have gone to the same school as Gary Neville's dad, who was called Neville.
Plenty of them about.
March 30th, we have Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo.
Well, I know Pat Benatar is, but not Neil Giraldo.
Yeah, and now Lee's going to sing a little bit of Barracuda for us.
I could play it on Guitar Hero if it was on. But we're not on the mic with that. I know a Guitar Hero mic anymore.
No. Blast from the past.
April 6th, yeah, like I said, Cool in the Gang. April 13th, Pitbull.
See, I
Yeah.
think he should be black, and he's not, is he?
Yeah, he's a rapper, not the dog. And
I would hope so.
April 20th, the All-American Rejects. Mardi Gras activities, including concerts, are included in regular Universal Studios admission, $89 general, $83 for ages 3 to 9. On concert nights, Florida residents can purchase a ticket that allows entry after 5 p.m. for $59.99 online in advance, or $74.99 at the front gate. And you can find more information at universalorlando.com/Mardi Gras.
It's only $6 cheaper for a 3 to 9-year-old.
Yeah, and like we were discussing earlier before the show, the Florida residents, it looks like they do gear this to them a little bit because they give you a discounted rate to go in and just see the concert and parades. So,
what time's the park open at Mardi Gras? Do we know?
I'm not sure. I believe from what I heard from during the press event, I think it ends at about 9:15, 9:30.
Just trying to find out. It doesn't say. So if you think you get 4 hours in the park plus all this stuff, I don't know how busy it is.
Yeah, you're also getting the concert though. I mean,
Yeah, I suppose. Well, yeah, you'd pay that to go and see some of these just live, wouldn't you? Without everything else.
Oh, you
yeah,
would,
and the view you get from their concert area, which is, I mean, it's not a huge area, so it's pretty. You have a good chance if you get there just a little bit early, before the concert starts at 7. You got plenty of time there to get a good spot before it starts and people start to pile in, and you'd be paying a lot more for tickets generally to see these bands. So.
Yeah. Very true.
And you can get a ride in there at the same time, so why not?
Exactly.
Sounds good to me.
Does. Sounds like a really good evening.
It does.
Yeah.
Something different.
Right.
And unlike a lot of Disney's events, it is part of your general admission.
Very true.
Right.
Shall I move on to this month in history? Right, it's a triple whammy for February. I'll just plough straight in.
It'll be closed, closed, and closed.
And Lee's just done history.
No, I haven't.
Shut up! I'll fire you. In February 1997, Universal announced that Ghostbusters Spooktacular was to be replaced by Twister Ride It Out, with a planned opening date of spring 1998.
I have such mixed feelings about this.
In February 1998, Universal delays the opening of Twister Ride It Out from March 98 to May the 4th, 98, out of respect for the 42 deaths caused by the recent El Nino outbreak of tornadoes in the central Florida area. Which, you can understand that.
Yeah, that's very reasonable.
Yes, it is. And finally, on February 21st even, 2009, the Universal Music Plaza stage opens, replacing the Boneyard.
I would have liked to have seen the Boneyard.
Yes, I would. It's, yeah, I like to see things like that.
Yeah, it's a shame they haven't, especially with the amount of rides they've got now that are quite old. You know, with Jaws missing, I suppose you've still got Bruce the Shark, but Back to the Future and Jimmy Neutron and King Kong and stuff, it would be cool to still have something for those.
Yeah, for the fans too.
Yeah, a little bit of ephemera there.
Yeah. So, very short one this time, but that's February's month in history.
Cool.
Yeah, typically a pretty quiet month for the park.
Yeah, there's nothing going on this month, is there really?
Refurbs.
We'll get on to that. Yes.
Go on then, I've got the next one, and this is podcast-based news.
Ew.
We all know what it is.
Do we?
As everybody knows, we are heading over to Orlando in August for 3 weeks.
Are we?
And some strange people have actually said they would like to meet us when we're there.
Stalkers.
Yeah, Darren's one of them.
They want to bring us presents.
What we decided for any listeners who do want to meet up was we've set a specific date to have a podcast meet.
We haven't.
We haven't decided what it's going to be or where it's going to be or anything specific yet, but we have a date.
We do.
And that is Friday, August the 23rd. Potentially a ride on Men in Black will be included, but it may be something in... we've kind of talked about it a little bit and said we might do something... It might be split, do something in park that then follows on to something out the park. But basically what we wanted here was we need an idea of potentially how many people would want to come out and meet. I still find strange saying that.
Yeah, so I said there's no point booking an event place for 2 people.
Yeah, or only doing something small if then 100 people turn up.
Which I'd be very frightened of. You'd see me running off to Dr. Zoo.
I don't think
to
we're
Dr.
quite
Zeus Land, I nearly said there.
that big. So what the idea was I'll put a post up on the Facebook page. Now you'll have to go in and find that because as Facebook wants to charge us for everyone to see what we post on Facebook. Now I'm not made of money.
If we all post it multiple times, chances are...
Well, no, if I post it on the Facebook page, anyone listening can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/unofficial Universal Podcast. There will be a post highlighted at the top that will be something about...
It'll get tweeted as well.
Yep, or on Twitter. I'm also going to put a thread in the Universal Studios subforum in the micechat.com forums.
Yeah. Or just email us.
Or email us.
If you're interested, email us.
If you think there's a 50-50 chance of coming, let us know. So we can then sort of get a rough idea of how many people are coming and then start planning from there. Mm-hmm. And then obviously a few months out, we'll put out a proper... we need to know whether you're definitely coming. But at the moment, we need to look at whether we need to be working tiny, tiny, small, or scary, scary, big.
Or somewhere nice and comfortable in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. We've got a few ideas floating around for different size groups at the moment.
This is audience participation at its best, isn't it? Because this is where we really need you listeners to give us this feedback now.
Definitely.
Because this is for you. Because we are taking time out of our family vacation here.
Well, that was why we also decided to do a specific meet rather than people just wanting to meet randomly. We've got the kids with us, so we don't want them going, I'm bored because all these people are talking to
Let's face it, that's what kids say most.
So we have to have a specific event.
Yeah, so we can give you attention as well.
Like I say, we haven't talked about anything specific, but yes, Facebook page, tweet us, email us, micechat.com forums.
Pigeons, anything, just let us know.
That's it.
Yes.
Friday, the 23rd of August.
Yes.
Be there or be
not
square.
not be somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, just don't bother.
Yeah, we won't cry much.
No. All right, I got another one here. This one will be open while you're here. Maybe we can make a stop.
Ooh, I didn't realise
Yeah?
that.
I don't
The
even know what
Orange
you're talking about.
Well, the Orange County Regional History Center will debut A Year in the Life, backstage to onstage at Universal Orlando Resort on Saturday. The new exhibit demonstrates the creative process behind some of the popular attractions at Universal's two Orlando theme parks. Part of the display will change seasonally, starting by showcasing the Mardi Gras festivities of Universal Studios. Backstage to onstage is scheduled to remain at the History Center until January 2014. It's got a whole year to go check it out. It's open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday, noon to 5 p.m. on Sunday, and it's on 65 East Central Boulevard in Orlando. $9 general, $6 for ages 5 to 12. And you can get more information by calling 407-836-8500 or online at thehistorycenter.org.
There's a light bulb just gone bing, 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 bing. I feel we may need to go this, all of us.
All of us or all of us?
All of us.
All of us. It sounds very, very interesting.
It does, yeah. Didn't he do something like this last year as well, Darren?
Yeah. I remember hearing about something like this. Was it
Halloween
know.
Horror Nights one or something?
Yeah, something like that. And I had somebody from Universal come in and talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because I think we mentioned it on the show last year. Definitely, because that one ran for like a long time again.
Right.
Do you know where that is then, Darren? You're quite a museum goer, aren't you?
Yeah, but I haven't been to this one, but Central Boulevard in Orlando. I mean, it's in the center of Orlando, so.
On the boulevard.
Yeah, I'm guessing drive-wise, I'd say like about 20, 25 minutes from Universal, so.
Not bad.
So go and check it out. And if anybody does go, feel free to send us an email of what you thought of it.
Yeah.
Or record something on your phone when you're there and send
Take
it
some
in and we can play it
pictures.
on the show, or pictures, yeah, whatever.
Send the postcard.
I thought that would be cool.
We don't get enough postcards, you know.
Go on, I've got an interesting one. I still debated whether to put this in or not, but apparently a woman was arrested and booked into Orange County Jail after authorities said she made a false bomb threat at Universal Studios. And it says on Tuesday, I think it's about 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago. Anyway, Sherry Jean Romello, 45, was charged with making a false report of a bombing. She was detained by park security after she said she had a bomb in her purse sometime before 8 p.m. She was arrested after Orlando police searched her purse and found nothing, a report said. Apparently, it was one of these things that went, oh, don't touch that, it's got a bomb in it.
So it's one of these stupid throwaway remarks that makes people get arrested so they don't end up on planes and delays planes. It's one of these stupid people that just doesn't bloody think then.
I don't get what makes people...
Not in this day and age.
Not
After 8 p.m., I can safely assume alcohol was probably involved.
This is sometime before 8
Oh,
p.m.
because she's going in. Yeah, that's when they check your bags, when you're going in. Through City Walk. Yeah. It's making a bad judgment call with what you say. Don't joke about that stuff anymore.
Exactly.
People should know that by now.
Yeah, the most I might say is if you find my sandwiches, don't eat them.
Yeah.
You know.
The worst I've ever done was when we got on the plane to come over to Orlando last time, and I was getting on the plane and the guy said, can I just check you over? And I said, just let me know if you find anything. And he just went, you'll be the first to know.
He had a little smile on his face.
I did, yeah.
Yes.
So, people don't make stupid comments.
No.
Right.
No. Obviously it's just not worth it. You know.
It's not.
Let's move swiftly on from that. I have some ride rehab news for you. Right, I'll start in Islands of Adventure. Popeye and Bluto's bilge rat barges will be down from the 26th of January until the 8th of February.
Short one, just a couple of weeks.
Yep. Also, Dudley Do Right's Ripsaw Falls, that will be down from the 9th of February to the 3rd of March. So obviously they're moving on. Oh, they are moving on, because on the 4th of March, Jurassic Park River Adventure closes until the 21st.
The triple
So
whammy of water rides.
They're obviously going clockwise around the park.
It was Eric posted on our Facebook page the other day, didn't he? The sign for bilge rat barges being down. It says,
Yeah.
"My barges ain't sailing today due to seasonal maintenance." We humbly apologise for any inconvenience. I can't do a Popeye impression.
No, you really can't. I suppose it's a quiet time of the year, so it's the ideal thing for the summer rush, isn't it?
Water
ideal
rides,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to get a lot of hammer, aren't there? So moving on next door to the studios, Universal's Cinematic Spectacular, if I can get my teeth in. There will be no shows on the 4th of February and the 14th of February. How unromantic. No Valentine's Day show.
Oh, is that what it is? I never even realised.
Yeah, that's because you're a man.
I wonder why.
I'm not holding my breath.
I haven't even thought about it.
So, moving swiftly
Seems
on.
strange why they haven't. Why those 2 days?
There's obviously some reason. You know, 10
thought-
days apart, so it's not as if it's...
Maybe it was something to do with Mardi Gras, but it's not.
No,
Strange.
who knows? But anyway, that's the refurb news. Have you got anything else, Darren?
Nope, good to go here.
Well, I posted something on our Facebook page the other day saying, don't worry, Eric hasn't left us, but Eric has started his own little podcast as well as being part of us. And it is, he even said he genuinely ripped the name off from us as well, the unofficial SeaWorld podcast. And it's him and his friend Mike. I've listened to the first one already, and it's... SeaWorld's a very different beast from Universe. I was chatting to him earlier, and they're having to approach that podcast. Even though it's a theme park, it's very, very different. He was saying that the SeaWorld, the die-hard SeaWorld fans aren't bothered about the rides. They want to know about the animals and stuff like that. And so he's having to approach from a very different way from the stuff he does for us, or the stuff that he writes for Mice Chat. To have to do that is very different.
That's good for him, because that'll keep him fresh.
Yeah, if you want to go and listen to the first one's out now, and it's at http://seaworld.libsyn.com, LIBSYN, same as ours, but SeaWorld rather than or podcast is ours. I'm not sure. What's our RSS?
I don't know.
UUOP podcast.
I just show up.
Just put seaworld.libsyn.com, and it's Libsyn with a Y. Liberated syndication for anyone who doesn't know.
I was planning on listening to it today, but
I did.
pooliness took over and I ended up sleeping most of the day. So tomorrow
Very
I shall be
different.
listening.
So yes, go and check Eric's podcast out and let him know what you think.
Yes, speaking of Eric, nice little segue there. It's time for Eric's What's Newniversal?
Hello everyone, this is Eric coming to you live from Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida with What's Newniversal for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. I'm excited to come to you live for the first time in 2013 and talk about everything that's new in the park. If you can guess where I am in the park, you just earned yourself 75 What's Newniversal points. I am in Hollywood, sitting next to the Brown Derby. It is a beautiful, sunshiny day. I can't say enough how much I love Orlando. But talking about the projects here for 2013, let's first talk about what's going to be opening in 2013. Springfield is beginning to take shape. As you walk through that area, you begin to feel how close the facades are going to be. The foundation work being done in the Duff Gardens area looks interesting, so it's going to be interesting to watch that take shape. It doesn't look like any foundation work has been done for any sort of attraction yet, but again, I'll keep everyone posted on when that work is completed. Begins and is completed. Transformers, the exterior of the building is beginning to take shape as we begin to see theming elements take shape. The wall facing the production courtyard, where the stage is used for Mardi Gras and the summer concert series, it looks like that will be a soundstage looking wall. If you look on the photos that I will post on Mice Chat, you'll see that it looks like it's going to be pretty soundstage looking, just with the details that they're adding. But then the other walls looks like they're going to be installing some sort of a wrap with some other cosmetic elements being attached. So again, I'll keep everyone posted on what we see for that. There might be two walls that look like a soundstage, and then two walls that look like maybe Nest. But again, I'm going to keep everyone in the loop on how this develops and how this moves forward. Then looking at the Wizarding World Part 2, Gringotts. From in the park, you can actually see some of the rock work being done inside the show building. It's really exciting. The more I see this ride develop, the more I cannot wait for 2015 or 14. And then with the King's Cross station going vertical, we begin to see I'm sorry, I have to laugh because I'm here in Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard, and the sign just went to stop, the stoplight, and a mom with all of her kids just stopped at the stoplight thinking that she actually had to stop because there was cross traffic. I do. It's just one of those moments where I love people watching. I love seeing everyone interact with the elements here in the park. Anyway, so back to King's Cross. King's Cross has gone vertical, and you begin to see some of the architectural elements take shape. Then over at Islands of Adventure, there are some walls where the Hogsmeade station has also started to go vertical. So this is really exciting. It's going to be really fun to see this whole area take shape. 2013 is going to be a great year. I can't wait to share more of what's going on and some of the other improvements that happen around the resort. And I look forward to spending 2013 with everyone here at the Unofficial Universal Podcast. Thank you, and have a Newniversal day.
How funny was that the family actually stopped at the stoplight? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the sort of stuff I need to see.
I'm excited for what's coming this year.
Yeah.
Simpsons area is going to be I can't wait for Transformers.
Yeah.
Genuinely can't wait for it.
I've got to say, for somebody who really, really wasn't bothered, I can't wait. Genuinely can't wait for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely very exciting times at Universal.
Now, last week I interviewed Jeff Heimbuch of MiceChat.com and Communicore Weekly fame about his book It's Kind of a Cute Story, which is basically the adventures and amazing life of Disney Imagineer Roly Crump. Now, before you start, I know we're a Universal podcast, but this book was way too much fun not to follow up for you guys, and at the end of the day, we're all theme park fans, and without Disney, there'd be no Universal parks. Both parks keep each other fresh.
Well, let's be honest, right? You're talking about Roly Crump, one of Disney's top legendary Imagineers.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's got his own window and everything.
And to link it in, most of the people that actually work at Universal Creative at the moment are ex-Disney Imagineers.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to look at where it's all come from.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in the same theme park
we are.
boat. So yes, without further ado, here's my chat with Jeff. So Jeff, it's nice to have you here with us.
Hey, thank you very much for having me.
Oh, really appreciate you coming on. So you're here to talk about your book. It's kind of a cute story that you wrote in collaboration with Roly Crump.
Yes.
So some quick little questions about writing the book, and then we'll launch into the content, if that's okay.
Sure, absolutely.
Lovely. So first of all, how long did it take you to write It's Kind of a Cute Story?
Start to finish, the first draft was done in about, I would say, 9 months or so.
Wow.
But it was a very long and grueling 9 months.
Right. I suppose you had a lot of information to work through.
Yeah, I mean, the way I went about it was, when I went out to see Roly, we literally talked for hours, and I walked away from that, a couple of days with maybe 150, 200 hours worth of audio interviews with him.
Wow.
So it was a task to take all that and weave it into a chronological, coherent story about his life.
Yeah, which you did very well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
If I can kiss ass. You did. How many rewrites did it take?
Not a lot, actually. Most of the rewrites were, I would do a chapter, I would send it off to Roly. He would say, can you change this a little bit, change this way. Most of the rewrites came when the book was essentially done in that first draft. I would send it to him, and he would be like, I thought of another really good story to put in the book. I mean, we were putting new stuff into the book up until it went off to the designer who did the layout. Yeah, I mean, so there's things that went in there very last minute. Some stuff came out at the last minute too to be replaced by better things. So
right.
It was a constant process. And I realized me saying that out loud, it makes it sound like it was hard or like I hated doing it, and that obviously was not the case.
No, there is such a thing as a labour of love.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was
Yes.
a huge labor of love.
Good. So, would you write another collaborative book?
Absolutely. In a heartbeat, I would. And it's funny because, after we finished this one and it was out already, Rolly already was saying, "I got more stories. We can do another book."
So I like to
Other
hear.
people, yeah, me too. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, let's do that. Somebody else said the same thing, like expressed interest in that. I don't know if that's happening, but I mean, possibly. But I would absolutely love to. It was a great experience for me. I love doing it. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Good. If you got the chance to, is there anybody else that you'd like to work with?
Off the top of my head, I mean, I can't really think of another Imagineer or Disney person. I don't know. Anyone that I have an interest in, I would do it. If their story is interesting, I would without a doubt do it.
Good. Right. Next question then. Now, this obviously isn't a piece of fiction coming straight from your head, so was it that little bit more difficult narrating someone else's memories?
I felt a certain, I guess the word is obligation, to kind of stay true to Rolly himself.
Yeah.
And I know there was a couple of people that approached him before I even came into the picture that wanted to tell his story, but they all wanted to listen to him and then put it in their own words.
Yeah. So you were more of a medium then?
Yeah,
a middleman.
exactly.
Yeah.
I really felt that it was important to tell the story in Rolly's own words because, they're his stories and he tells them so damn well that, it's when you read the book, it's like you're having a conversation with him. And that was the feel we were going for.
Well, it really came across that way as well.
Good. Thank God.
I did actually feel like I could be in a coffee shop eavesdropping. That's how it felt. It was really good.
That's what we're going for. Like he even said to me, when I'm reading this now, it's like I'm sitting down with myself and I'm pouring myself a drink and I'm just having a conversation.
Lovely. That's a compliment and a half, really, isn't it?
It is.
It is. Now, this bit's answered in the book, but for those who haven't read it yet, how did you become to be the author of this fascinating book?
I actually grew up really enjoying all of Rolly's artwork, even before I knew who he was.
Yeah.
And I was writing for another website at the time, not Mice Chat, a different website, and Roly came out with a walking audio tour of Disneyland, and it was fantastic. It was like 45 minutes long, and it was great. And I emailed him at the off chance that maybe I can interview him about it, and he accepted. We were supposed to talk for 20 minutes. We wound up talking for like 2 hours. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We kind of hit it off from there, and eventually I was invited to write the book with him.
Fabulous.
Dream come true, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I love his work. Growing up, I was always drawn to the things that he did, and it was great to be able to work with him.
So, obviously, you met Roly Crump in person.
Yes.
What is your impression of him?
One of the nicest, sweetest guys you will ever meet at all. Totally blown away, and that's saying a lot about a lot of the older Imagineers that are still around today. They're all very nice guys. They're very open to talking about everything. They love to talk about all these things.
That's nice.
So he really one of the sweetest guys I've ever met.
It's nice to hear that they are as nice as they come across in the books as well.
Yeah, they're seriously like the nicest people ever. It kind of blows my mind how nice they are sometimes.
It came across in the book that he doesn't seem to have any sort of ego.
He doesn't. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that he clashed with throughout his life that would disagree, but he really doesn't. He really when I would talk to him about his work and I would go on like a fanboy about it, he would always be like, it was just a job, It was just something that we had to do. It wasn't a big deal to him at a time, and it's still hard for him now to grasp the concept of all these people enjoying his work and what an impact it has on their childhoods and on their lives. It was just a job to them when they did it. They had no idea it was going to be this long lasting and this influential to people.
Wow. So he sounds quite humble as well then.
He's very humble, very, very humble. He gets embarrassed sometimes when people tell him how much they enjoy his stuff.
Wow. So I assume it was a very easy collaboration with him then.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So here's a question for you. How do you think Roly's designs would have translated into the Universal parks?
Ooh, that's a good one.
See, I've got to bring it in round to our podcast, you see, somehow.
And that's good. I really like that question.
you.
You know, if he was still designing around today, I mean, even some of his unused designs, I think they would probably fit into Universal really well. Maybe not, Universal from 10 years ago, but
Yeah.
nowadays Universal is going in a direction that they've never gone in before, and they're really being innovative and creative with what they have, and they're
Yeah.
making the best use of their space. So I really think he'd be able to knock stuff out of the park for them, so to speak.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, Port of Entry is one of my favourite places in Islands of Adventure, and it really annoys me. Everybody who's listening will be going, "Oh, here she goes again," but it really annoys me that people use it as a corridor. It's an entrance and an exit, and they don't stop and look
That's all
around.
it is. That's all it is to people, and they
And
don't
it's
stop and look at
amazing.
great stuff that's in there.
Yeah, and when I was thinking about this, if Roly could have got his hands on Port of Entry, I mean, it's absolutely amazing as it is, but how different it would be with his touches and all the little wackiness.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
the thing I can think of closely that would relate to that is when he was doing the bazaar in Adventureland.
Yeah.
That would really, along those lines, would translate really well to the port of entry there
Yeah.
at your Islands of Adventure.
But when I was reading about the propellers that he was making, I immediately thought that that's where they would fit for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Were there any of Roly's design ideas that didn't make it that you would have liked to have seen fleshed out?
Absolutely. My go-to answer for this is always the Museum of the Weird.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely adore that entire concept. And I liked it at first when I heard him talk about it on, the old Wonderful World of Color TV shows and, just reading about it. And then being able to actually sit down and talk to him about it and hear the entire fleshed out idea, like, here's how I was going to lay it out. This is what was going to be there. This is what was going to be here. Totally blew my mind and made me wish they did it even more.
Yeah. I totally agree. I love stuff like that anyway.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. We need more kookiness about, so.
Yeah, and he's a kooky guy, so
Yeah.
I really think it would have been a great addition to the Haunted Mansion, like he wanted to be at the end of it. And you know what? I really believe that if Walt had lived a little bit longer, it would have been built.
Yeah. No, I think you're right there. Because he seemed to be completely behind that idea, didn't he, Walt?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, it's kind of amazing the relationship they had and how much he supported Walt.
That came across that Roly was very much in awe of Walt and couldn't quite believe that they had this friendship.
Yeah, it's really crazy, and that that's one of the reasons why I that entire chapter at the end is dedicated to Walt, because I really wanted to showcase the friendship and the working relationship that the two of them had, because
Yeah.
it was very different than the one that he had that Walt had with other Imagineers.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that Roly was the only one who would stand up to Walt and fight his corner.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
I know. You can understand that somebody as big and as important as Walt Disney, there are, 99% of people are going to be yes men, aren't there?
Exactly, and that's
You know-
just not his personality. And I think that's a big reason why he respected Roly that much, because he wouldn't just yes him to death. He would speak his mind and tell him what he preferred.
And obviously they had some very, very successful collaborations. So
Yes.
Sorry, that
Well,
seems
well,
to it's my
doing
buzzword
something.
today. Yeah. So what, if anything, did you learn from Roly?
I think I really learned how to look at things a different way, whether it be like a creative project or just anything else I do in my life. He really taught me that, it may seem like there's only one solution for it, but if you take a step back and you look at it a different way, there might be a better way to go about doing something. And I think that's a really important life lesson that I think a lot of people should take away from the book.
That's not a bad thing to have taken away.
It's a very good thing.
Yeah. Right, Lee had a question, so prepare yourself. Roly's retired now. And how do you think he feels about the parks as they are today?
I mean, we've talked about it. He hates going to the parks now. He loves the work he did for them, but he hates going to Disneyland because it's walking into stroller world now.
Yeah.
He just thinks that, it's way too crowded, way too many people in there. They don't run things as well as they used to, which, I totally understand. It's a completely different system in place than it was when he was there. But he does not enjoy when he has to go there.
I can understand that. Now, very serious question. Have you tried Roly's recommendation of combining apple pie with Jack Daniels?
I am sad to say that I have not done so yet.
Me
However,
either.
I have plans to do so very soon with him.
Excellent.
So it'll make it a little better.
Well, have a bite and a shot for me.
So I'll report back to you, let you know how it is.
Excellent. Well, I have the Jack Daniels in the cupboard. I just
What do
haven't. I haven't got to the supermarket to get an apple pie yet.
Waiting for.
That's it. So as soon as I get to that supermarket, that's the first thing. I'll be home.
Actually, that was one of the things that came into the book very late in the process too, and he really wanted to add that in. So he was like, "Oh, we'll see if anybody gives it a shot."
I will, and I will report back as well.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Right, having written this book, do you view elements of Disneyland and Disney World differently?
I view the company differently as a whole, and that's neither a good nor a bad thing. It's very interesting to hear how things were done back when Walt was around versus knowing how things are done nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess based on some of the stories he told me too, I also look at some certain people in a different light than I used to look at them. And again, neither a good nor a bad thing. I just know another side of them that people get to know because those stories don't come out.
Yeah. Another Lee question here. It's off the subject. That's his words. It said a little bit more about yourself. Obviously, you're a theme park fan, especially Disney. So how do you feel about Disney not really announcing much recently, bar the Fantasyland expansion, when Universal Orlando are really upping their game right now? It's a long one.
That's a good one, though. All right, so let me see if I can break this down. I was there in November of 2012, and I got to spend a lot of time in New Fantasyland before it was officially open.
Cool.
And it was impressive. Like I enjoyed what they had. They did a very good job with the theming. Everything was gorgeous. It was great. It was still missing that big draw, though, that they're definitely going to need. I'm not convinced yet that the Seven Dwarf Mine Coaster is going to be the thing that draws people into it. But the New Fantasyland, for what it is, I think it's really well done. They did an excellent job at it. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do next. On the other hand, Universal is really giving them a run for their money right now. They're, Harry Potter opening a couple years ago. Thankfully, when I went to visit that for the first time, it was like an off day. So there was literally like nobody there. My fiance and I and her son got on the Forbidden Journey ride. We went on like 7 times that day. No line whatsoever.
Wow, that never happens.
No, crazy. We went at a perfect time just after Thanksgiving, but don't tell any of your listeners that. I don't want them to show up then. Everything in that area was awesome. However, I really felt that there was a disconnect between the entire Harry Potter expansion versus the rest of Islands of Adventure, because I feel like Harry Potter was really immersive and very well themed, but then walking throughout the rest of the park, it was kind of disjointed. So I like the fact that they're going in the right direction with the new Harry Potter expansion, the Transformer stuff that's open in Hollywood now and is coming.
Yeah, very excited about that.
I mean, that's going to be great. The Hobbit stuff and the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah, hopefully that will come off because that should be amazing.
That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really going to give them a run for their money when everything is said and done.
Yeah. I just wish that they hadn't sacrificed Jaws.
Yeah, I'm a little upset about that.
Now, out of the Disney parks, which is your favourite?
My favorite is always going to be the Magic Kingdom because that's the one I grew up with.
Yeah.
Coming in very close behind it, though, is Disneyland, and I'm sure that's going to be the number one very soon. I went to Disneyland when I was 7, and I really didn't remember a lot about it. So when I went out to visit Roly and all that, seeing it again, it was like seeing it again for the first time, and I really, really fell in love with the park and what a different feel it had compared to everything at Walt Disney World. But I don't care what anybody says. I love Animal Kingdom so much.
Me too.
So much.
Well, the good thing is that so many people hate it, it doesn't get as crowded.
Yeah, fine. You guys go somewhere else.
That's it. Yep. Right, so we've got your favourite Disney park. Do you have a favourite Universal park?
I think the Universal Studios in Orlando is my favorite Universal park. And I remember, again, it goes back to when I was a kid, even though it's not there anymore so much now, but I remember going to the Nickelodeon studios and the slime fountain and then watching them film the TV shows there. That was really, really cool.
That sounds like fun. What's your favourite Disney ride?
Hands down, well, it's a tie. Haunted Mansion and the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Cinema.
Yeah. That's all you need to know.
It is. I've got to say it's Haunted Mansion for me.
I mean, it's really hard to one's a ride and one's a show. So they're the spectrum too, so it's hard to compare them, but both number one in my book.
So, do you have a favourite Universal ride?
I'm gonna have to go with Jaws, even though it's no longer there.
Yes, R.I.P. Jaws.
And you know what? Back to the Future was awesome too. I love that ride, and I'm kind of upset it's gone now.
I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan.
Really? See, that's my favorite movie trilogy, like ever. I always thought that ride was fantastic. I like how it's on the DVD set. The movie itself is on the DVD set, so you can kind of relive it again, but not completely.
I do wonder if, because we're quite late to the whole Orlando party, and it was kind of on its last legs when we first rode it, 2004 and 2005. And it was getting shabby, so I do wonder sometimes if that has something to do with my feelings on it.
It's very, very possible.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was lovely, and I love the movies as well. But nothing could touch Jaws for me. Jeff, can you tell us, what do you use your shitstone for?
It's currently... All right, should I give the backstory of what it is?
I was just saying, would you like to tell everybody what the shitstone is?
Question for people who have no context what that is. Okay, so Walt's nurse wanted to give him a unique present for Christmas one year. So Roly used to paint on rocks when he was working in animation, all sorts of things, words, pictures, everything. So she asked him to paint Walt's favorite curse word on a rock for him. So Roly painted the word shit on a rock, and she gave it to Walt for Christmas, and he absolutely loved it. And that was always my favorite story, because who gives Walt Disney a rock that says the word shit on it? That's pretty awesome. So when I flew out there, he knew when I was coming out there that it was my favorite story. When I flew out there, he gave me a little gift. It was, a rock with the word shit painted on it. So it's currently in a place of honor on my desk. Excellent. I love it.
I've got to say, I laughed out loud at that part. And immediately came running around the house going, Lee, you've got to hear this.
That's things that we didn't work with the Disney company to produce this book. And one of the reasons was because they would want editorial content control over it. And that's a story that they would never, ever allow to be in the book. And it is such a good story.
It is. It's a really genuine story as well.
Yeah.
And that's, really they're the stories that we want to hear.
And it makes human to me.
Yeah, that's it. Rather than the polished Disney-fied versions of things that we get anywhere.
And it's not like we're trying to break him down. We're just, it's great to hear that, we put him on this pedestal, but he was also a human being that, we can relate to.
Yeah. So finally, the ending of the book. It hints very strongly at a sequel. Is that going to happen?
It wasn't my intention to make it come off that way, to be honest with you. And, I was trying to find a good way to end the book. And of course, obviously, Roly's still alive. So of course, that's a little wink and a nod. Of course, there's more stories that he has. It's a possibility. Whether it'll be a book that is like it is now, where it's filled with anecdotal tales, I'm not sure. But Roly is very keen on actually getting a art book out eventually of, full size, as opposed to, the smaller pictures that are in the book, full size things of his artwork. Not necessarily his Disney stuff, because then we'd have to go through Disney again, but from more of his personal artwork. And I think that's something we will probably go towards in the next couple of years. I'm not 100% yet. That's actually a conversation we're having when I see him next week.
Excellent.
But it's very, very possible. At the very least, I mean, this is not the end of our collaboration. I know that. There will be in some way, shape, or form.
Good. Well, if it helps seal the deal at all, you've got a customer already for that book.
Awesome.
I would buy that in a heartbeat.
I like to hear that.
And I would actually have to do it. I would go and buy a coffee table to put it on. That's my commitment to that book.
That's fantastic.
Just a quick extra question.
Sure, absolutely.
It's just kind of more of a clarifying an observation. The title, it's kind of a cute story. I assume that came about because it appears to be one of Roly's key phrases.
Yes, he when I was doing all the transcribing and listening to the conversations again over and over again, it was a phrase that kept popping up when he starts stories. And when it came time to have the conversation about, creating the title, I was like, this is not a conversation. Like, this is what the title is going to be. We don't have any other option because this is what I'm telling you the title has to be. He said it all that often. I'm like, you need to listen to some of these then, because I can think of 400 times off the top of my head that you started a story that.
Excellent. It's a really good title, though.
I think it really fits with his personality.
Yeah.
And the book itself, and it's just perfect.
So, Roly Crump aside, what's next for Jeff Heimbuch? Or what was I told to call you? Jeff Heimbucher?
Oh, who told you to say humbucker?
Humbucker, that's the one. Sorry, Lee, will kill me for getting it wrong.
That's okay. No,
Yes.
the book that was bestowed upon me on another podcast.
Yes.
That's. I think it's a funny nickname. It's cool.
It is. So what's next for you?
Book-wise, I'm working on two at the moment. One, I'm not. I'm kind of working in, like you said before, a collaborative book, but it's collaborative in the fact that it's with a lot of people. I'm trying to get a oral history of the building of Epcot from the people that actually built Epcot, because from learning stuff from Roly, these people have really interesting stories that haven't been told, and unfortunately we're at a point where the original Imagineers, they don't have a chance to tell their stories anywhere because they're gone.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen with some of these theme parks that I fell in love with as a kid. So I'm really working hard on that one.
Yeah.
I'm also doing with my Communicore Weekly co-host George Taylor. We are working on a five-legged goat, a field guide to five-legged goats at Walt Disney World, because we love the five-legged goat segment on our show where we talk about a hidden tribute or something you don't usually see in the parks, and there's thousands of them. So we're working on that as well.
Fabulous. We look forward to all of that.
Yeah, maybe 2 years, maybe.
We'll book your slot to come back on and talk about it. I'll find somewhere to bring Universal into it so it's in keeping with the podcast.
I'm sure there's hidden tributes all over Universal too. So, I mean, that's obviously not out of the realm of possibility either.
Yeah, I'm sure. Jeff, it's been an absolute delight to have you on.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to come and talk to me. So, yeah, I guess we'll leave it there and I'll let you go on with your busy life. So if you want to hear more from Jeff, you can check out his podcast, Communicore Weekly. That's over at micechat.com, or you can search for it on iTunes.
They have the greatest jingles you have ever heard on a podcast ever.
I will check it out for sure.
Because not only is it good information, it's hilarious.
It is funny.
And those two have a really great rapport. So,
Yes, George as well. Jeff
George,
and
yes. Yes, Jeff and George. So, yeah, that's going to just about do it for this episode, sadly.
Yeah.
Never mind. Next episode is our half century.
It is. Episode 50 on Darren's first media show.
So feel free to send us cake.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yes.
Send us cake. It's a celebration.
I want some cake.
Yes.
Speaking of cake and celebrations, we
where's
haven't
this
actually
going?
done what we were supposed to do, or what we said we were going to do, because they'll actually be recording it tonight. So, Nick, I know you listen. Paul, I don't know whether you do.
Oh,
I'd like to say happy first anniversary
Yes.
to This After Dark.
yes.
As Tracey was ill last
It's
time.
my fault completely because I was poorly last time.
I know Nick listens. Paul, I think Paul
Should be
listens
listening,
as well.
Bad boy.
And I know Paul Dolan listens as well. So if you're listening,
Yeah.
guys, well done on the first year. Great first year of the show.
Yeah, he's another one.
Highlights: Tracey making an ass of herself in a Birmingham
Yeah, if you ever want me
hotel.
back to get drunk and make an absolute tit of myself, not a problem.
No, they're not as risky anymore now, though.
Oh,
They've
well-
took the tag off a little bit.
I could just have a cup of tea instead.
But they have talked about doing a lock-in
Okay.
at the
I'll
Mouse's head.
come up with some theological questions for them then.
Cool.
Yes, congratulations on a year.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, the next show will be out the 15th of February. And I shall bid you listeners adieu.
Tatty bye, everyone.
It's good night, Internet, from me. And as Optimus Prime said, it's been an honor serving with you all.
That just about does it for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Thanks for listening. Don't forget you can follow the entire crew on Twitter. You can follow Lee at UUO Podcast, Tracey at UUOP Tracey, that's TRACEY, and Darren at UUOP Darren. You can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/unofficial Universal Podcast. You can subscribe to our Mice Chat RSS feed at http://UUOpodcast.libsyn.com on your Android phone, tablet, Mac, or PC. Again, that's http://UUOpodcast.libsyn.com. And don't forget to find us on iTunes and leave us a review. You can also find us on Stitcher Radio. We are everywhere. Finally, don't forget to shoot us those spews, funny schmits, live reports, and any other emails to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. So thanks again for listening, and until next time, remember, live the adventure.
This has been a MicePod.com presentation.
MiceChat.com.
Copyright 2013.